Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Okay, remember, everybody, as we began the month of September, last time we talked about Greece. Okay, that's a wonderful tropical destination. Well, maybe kind of tropical. It depends on what time of year you go. But, of course, we are talking about Greece. And today we're going to talk about the capital city of Athens, and I think we're also going to talk about some of the wonderful food that you can enjoy when you go to Greece.
Yay! I love that. We are going to be talking about one of their most popular and I think well-known dishes that they have. So first, guys, as we always do, we're going to read through the article, and then we'll be back to break it down, break it apart, and explain a little more.
Greece offers more than just the chance to have some fun in the sun. It's also considered to be the cradle of Western civilization. Modern democracies are indebted to the ideologies developed in ancient Greece. Greeks promoted the concept that governments should consist of elected leaders who were dedicated to protecting their citizens' best interests. Greek mythology also serves as the foundation of ancient Western literature. These tales of Greek gods and heroes attempt to explain how life on Earth started, while imparting some wisdom to readers. The best city to experience this ancient culture is Athens. According to lore, Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom, both wanted to become the city's patron saint. Poseidon offered the citizens his great power, while Athena offered an olive branch, a symbol of peace. The citizens chose Athena's gift, hence, the city was named after her. Today, Athens also contains some of the most famous landmarks in the world. One is the Acropolis, an old citadel that overlooks the city. Aside from offering a great view, it contains the ruins of vital structures such as the Parthenon and the Temple of Athena Nike. When you finish exploring Athens, you'll be in need of some fine cuisine to replenish your energy. Although the dishes may seem a bit plain, the Mediterranean diet features meals prepared with healthy oils that are good for the heart. Be sure to sink your teeth into some moussaka, a dish with layers of minced meat, tomatoes, cheese, and potatoes, and topped with spices and bechamel sauce. Also, don't forget to sample a wide selection of Greece's creamy, fresh cheeses. At the end of the day, whether you're searching for lazy beach days, a magical history tour, or great food, Greece has always got you covered.
Well, in day one of our travel unit, we talked about how Greece really has some great beaches. It's a wonderful place if you want to spend some time in the sun. Beautiful, clear water there, too. But it's got more than just a chance to have some fun in the sun. It's also considered to be the cradle of Western civilization. When you talk about a place being a cradle of something, a cradle is a bed for an infant, just a small, tiny baby. That's the cradle. So if it's a cradle of something, it means where something was born, where it originated. And here we're talking about Western civilization. Civilization includes human society, their culture, the life that they have, just, how they lived in a particular area. Here we're talking about the West, not the East, not here in Asia, but the Western civilization. That's where it all got started, it sounds like.
At least in the West, the cradle of civilization in the world, I guess they think that's in Mesopotamia, which is in present-day Iraq, the Tigris and Euphrates rivers there. That's the cradle of civilization, or the cradle of Chinese civilization, or whatever. But this is kind of the home of Western civilization. Modern democracies are indebted to the ideologies developed in ancient Greece. So yes, we've got democracies nowadays in India, in Taiwan, in the United States, and places like that. So these are modern democracies. This is a countable noun here. We're just talking about countries that have a democratic form of government. government where the leaders are elected directly through elections by people. And so these particular democracies are indebted, which means they are in debt. They owe Greece something because...
Gratitude.
Gratitude, yeah. I guess they can't really pay Greece for this, although Greece certainly could use the money right now.
They could.
They could. They certainly wouldn't turn it down, I'm sure. No. But indeed, yeah, we kind of owe Greece our ideas of democracy because they're the ones who developed it with all their ancient Greek philosophers and stuff like that. These are ideologies. And ideology is just some kind of ideas that forms the basis for economics or government or whatever. So these are ideologies. They were developed not in modern Greece, but in ancient Greece, the Greece of maybe 2,000 or 3,000 years ago.
Now, the Greeks, they promoted this idea or concept that government should consist of elected leaders, that the people, the citizens, should elect their leaders, that they weren't necessarily going to be born into the world as kings or as queens. No, people wanted to elect their leaders who would then be dedicated to protecting their citizens' best interests. It would be nice to think that our politicians did that. I'm a little more skeptical. I don't always believe they do that. If you promote a concept, it means you tell everybody about it, you support it, you actively encourage people to follow something. We also use promote to talk about products in the business world that we want to market and sell. If you promote a product, you give it a lot of publicity, advertise it. Yeah, you try to encourage people to buy it. Here, the Greeks really thought, hey, governments that are run by people, politicians who are elected are the best because they can go then and protect the citizens' interests, your best interests. They'll try to protect the way of life for most people in the country.
That's right. They're supposed to take care of us, and they're not supposed to be corrupt and stuff like that, although democracy has its problems as well. A citizen, of course, is a person who is a member of a particular government, country, or something like that. Most of y'all are citizens of Taiwan. We're not really citizens. Steffi and I, we're kind of, what are we, residents, but not really citizens. We don't have citizenship here in Taiwan. Some of you, if you immigrate to another country, you will be a citizen of that country. And Greek mythology is something else that's interesting in Greece. Mythology, of course, is all those stories about the myths and the ancient gods and stuff like that. We've got Greek mythology, we've got Roman mythology, we've got Norse mythology, and of course China and Japan and India all have their own kinds of mythology as well.
Before people could understand how nature worked, especially this crazy world we live in, and they didn't have any science to back up these ideas, they would make up stories, how the sun rises in the sky every day. Well, a man's pulling the sun up with a chariot, which is kind of a wagon that horses pull. So it's kind of fun. I studied Greek and Roman mythology in college. It's very fun. If something serves as a foundation of something, it's kind of the basis for something. That's what everything is built upon. So these tales of Greek gods and heroes attempt to explain how life on Earth started while imparting or sharing some wisdom to readers. Attempt here just means to try. This is what they try to do. And if you impart wisdom or you impart some advice, it's just a fancy word to say you're sharing something you know with someone else.
Like my parents tried to impart morals on me when I was a kid, but of course they totally failed. I'm a total corrupt person, as you all know very well. Just kidding, of course. But in any case, yes, they tried to impart some of their wisdom to the world, to the readers, to their followers, and stuff like that. Now, as I said before, we're going to talk about Athens now. So the best city to experience this ancient culture is Athens, okay? And again, the word Athens is our word for this city, but I think the Greek word for the city is something else. I wish I had time to look it up right now, but my smartphone isn't really working right now. So in any case, Athens is what it's known to us. And according to lore, Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom, both wanted to become the city's patron saint. So you've got Poseidon, who is the god of the sea. Then you've got Athena, the goddess of wisdom. No, I'm going to be the patron saint of the city. No, I'm going to be the patron saint. No, I am. No, I am. So they kind of fought about it here. This is all according to lore, okay? Lore is kind of like a legend. It's kind of like traditions or knowledge about something that came from the past. You could say according to legend here, according to an old story, we've got this sort of disagreement between Poseidon and Athena. They wanted control of the city to become the patron saint, which is kind of like the spiritual leader of the place.
Yeah, that patron saint is supposed to give special protection to an area or a city or even a person. In today's Catholic Church, they still believe in patron saints. It's a Christian saint who is supposed to protect somebody or some sort of activity or even a place.
Like St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland or something like that?
I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know what their saints are supposed to protect. But they are supposed to impart some sort of special protection. So Poseidon offered the citizens his great power, while Athena offered an olive branch, a symbol of peace. An olive tree produces olives. They have a lot of those in the Middle East. And so she was going to offer peace to the people while he was going to offer them power. I don't know. What would you pick?
Yeah, I'm not sure because it would be good to be protected, you know, so maybe Poseidon was the wiser choice. That olive branch is nice, but, you know, the world is still full of mean people.
Yeah,
I think
true.
I would have chosen Poseidon myself.
Well, guess what? They chose Athena's gift.
I guess it looked nicer. Maybe it had olives they could eat. And hence, the city was named after her. So, yes, they chose her as the patron saint, and they named it after her. And that's why you have Athens today. Athens, Athena. It's kind of the same thing. Okay, we'll continue talking about Athens in just a couple of seconds. Right now, we're going to take a time out and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hello everyone, my name is Tina. 今天我们要继续看一下希腊的文化以及它的食物。首先在第一段的第3个句子提到 Modern democracies are indebted to the ideologies developed in ancient Greece. 在这里提到的 democracies 指的是民主国家的意思，而现代的民主国家呢，则是受惠于古希腊时期所发展出来的思想体系。首先我们来看到 be indebted to， 在这里呢，则是有因什么而受惠或对什么感激的意思。举个例子来说，我们对于他的帮助非常感激，则是可以说 We are indebted to her for her help。而这句里面的 ideology 则是指思想体系，后面的 developed 要特别注意哦，它是一个过去分词表被动的意思。下一个句子提到Greeks promoted the concept that governments should consist of elected leaders who were dedicated to protecting their citizens' best interests. 对于希腊人来讲呢，他们是发扬这样子的概念，这样的概念用 that 来加子句，代表说明前面名词的这个内容，所以在这里是名词子句的用法。概念的内容就谈到呢，政府是由什么组成的呢？我们在这里看到的片语是 consist of， 政府是由这些能够维护公民最大利益的当选领导者所组成的。所以在这里看到的是 elected leaders， 后面再加一个形容词子句，这样子被选出来的领导者呢，是可以致力于保护公民的最大利益。 很重要里面，我们在英文里面常常看到的 be dedicated to 后面要加的是名词或者是动名词，中文解释成为致力于，所以要特别注意这里是用的是 protecting。举个例子来说，德蕾莎修女呢，致力于帮助穷人当中最穷的那些人，我们就可以说 Mother Teresa was dedicated to helping the poorest of the poor。这一段的最后一句提到 These tales of Greek gods and heroes attempt to explain how life on earth started while imparting some wisdom to readers. 当然还有非常有名的就是这些 Greek mythology 希腊神话。希腊神话里面的神奇或者是英雄的传说呢，则是尝试着attempt to 尝试企图要来阐明人世间生命的起源，当然同时呢也希望能够将这样的智慧传授给读者。在这里的 impart 当作动词则是有传授的意思。第二段要介绍 Athens， 也就是雅典这个古城。我们来看一下它的名字是怎么来的呢？在第二段中间提到 Poseidon offered the citizens his great power, while Athena offered an olive branch, a symbol of peace. 当时呢有两位守护神，一个是海神 Poseidon， 一个是智慧女神雅典娜。而 Poseidon 呢，他想要给予公民他的强大力量Great power， 然而 Athena 则是要提供给他们象征和平的橄榄枝，在这里提到是 a symbol of peace。 最后 the citizens chose Athena's gift, hence the city was named after her。 公民们选择了雅典娜的礼物，所以城市就以它为命名咯，在这里就说明了雅典的名称由来。
We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, let's continue with our lesson. Where we left off, we were talking about the city of Athens, which is named after the goddess Athena, who is known for her wisdom. The citizens liked her olive branch and didn't care so much for Poseidon and his power with all the sharks and whales and stuff like that. Well, we're going to continue talking about Athens today. Today, Athens also contains some of the most famous landmarks in the world. That's true. They've got some of these ancient ruins right there in the city of Athens. Okay, you can go to the capital city. You don't need to get on a bus and drive several hours to go see some landmarks or something like that. They are right there in front of you in Athens. These are landmarks, things that people associate with Greece.
Yeah, I was telling Tom before the program started that is the part of Greece I'm interested in seeing. I would like to go see these ancient ruins. For example, they have a building called the Acropolis. It is actually described as being a citadel. You guys don't know what a citadel is either. Acropolis is its proper name, the name of this particular ruin. But a citadel was a fortress that was typically built on higher ground. It's kind of had big walls that would protect a city from enemy attacks. And so it was usually built high so that they could see who was coming. So that's what the Acropolis was back in the day. And it overlooks the city. If you overlook something, it means you're at a high altitude. So you look down upon something that's below. Maybe there's a beautiful view from this Acropolis. I would imagine it's pretty cool to look down on the city below.
Right, so maybe you can hike up there or something and imagine that you're an ancient Greek warrior or something living thousands of years ago. It's probably a pretty cool experience. So it overlooks the city. You can get a nice night view there. Well, aside from offering a great view, or in addition to offering a great view, it contains the ruins of vital structures such as the Parthenon and the Temple of Athena Nike. Okay, so I guess the Acropolis is more than just one building. It's kind of a complex, okay? So it's got all sorts of different buildings there. It contains the Parthenon, okay? This is a structure, which is like a building, something that was built by people, basically. And if you're talking about ruins, you're talking about an ancient structure that is still standing, but it's not perfect. It's kind of broken down. The wood maybe is long gone and stuff like that. There are various ruins all over the world. These ruins, of course, are what are left of the Parthenon and also the Temple of Athena Nike. So I think the columns are still there and a little bit of the upper structure, but everything else is pretty much gone. But yeah, these are still the ruins.
Now, the Parthenon was actually built back in 447 to 432 BC.
Ooh.
And it was built to honor Athens' patron goddess. We told you that was Athena. And to commemorate the recent Greek victory over the Persians. So they had won a big war, and they wanted to build this beautiful structure to celebrate. So there's some cool things to see there. I would really, really like to go. You can see where we got the sneakers brand name of Nike from, can't you?
I guess so.
This is where he got it from.
I guess so. I don't know if they got the Nike swoosh from this particular structure.
Oh, the logo, the symbol, the mark.
It looks kind of like a check mark, sort of like that.
I don't know where he got that from, but it does look like the first Olympics. You know how they had the runners? Remember? Yep. I've seen that shape before. He may have gotten everything from the Greeks. I think his name is Phil Knight, who started the company Nike. He may be Greek.
Yeah, wasn't he coaching Steve Prefontaine or something at the University of Oregon?
Maybe,
I'm not quite sure. It was quite in the 70s or something like that, but that's another story.
That's another story.
But you can check out these different kinds of structures at the Acropolis in Athens, so that's something you don't want to miss if you go to Athens.
And if you can't afford a plane ticket, just get on the internet. Check out some of those great photos.
Yeah, but those two-dimensional pictures on your computer screen just don't match the experience.
Nowadays we're getting 360 tours on the internet now.
It's nice, but still they can't offer the temperature, the smells, the sounds and stuff like that. It's still best to use your own eyes as your camera. And when you go there, just kind of stay off your smartphone as much as you can and experience it with your body. Okay, well, in any case, when you finish exploring Athens, that city, you'll be in need of some fine cuisine to replenish your energy. Oh, it's so exhausting checking out the Acropolis and hiking up all those stairs and taking all those pictures under the hot sun. We need something to eat. We need to replenish our energy. To replenish means you fill something up again when you've especially burned it out. So you replenish your energy, you've used up all your energy, and you need to get a meal to feel strong again, to get your energy back.
We use that word cuisine when we're talking about a style of cooking or a method of cooking, especially a style that represents a particular part of the world, maybe an area in a country or maybe a region. So it's kind of a fun word, cuisine. Although the dishes there may seem a bit plain to you, the Mediterranean diet features meals prepared with healthy oils. Oils that are good, not oils that we use in deep-fried cooking here, but the oils that are good for your heart, like olive oil. Now, if they call it plain, if the food is plain, it just means it doesn't have a lot of ingredients. It's pretty plain, simple, ordinary food. It's not too complicated, but it's delicious.
Yeah, for people in Taiwan, this food might seem a little bit boring because you're so used to all sorts of different kinds of food. But
lots of sauces.
But they do say that the Mediterranean diet actually is one of the healthiest in the world. If you want to live a long time, then maybe you should have some plain Mediterranean food. It's good for the heart. Now, be sure to sink your teeth into some moussaka. Okay, sink your teeth into something just means eat something. It's a way of saying you enjoy something when you're eating it. Moussaka is a dish with layers of minced meat. It also has tomatoes, cheese, and potatoes. And then it is topped with spices and
bechamel.
Bechamel, yeah. I was going to try to say that.
Bechamel.
Yeah, CH is kind of hard to say as SH here. But minced meat, is that kind of meat that's kind of sliced really thin or ground?
It's ground really, really into small pieces. And typically they use lamb. I prefer to have either beef or pork, but they have, usually this moussaka is lamb meat. It's minced meat.
Okay.
Really tiny pieces of meat. Tomatoes, cheese, potatoes in layers, which is kind of fun. So each layer has a layer of food, then the sauce, food, then the sauce, cheese, cheese, cheese. Great stuff. It's not a diet dish by any means. So they put some wonderful spices in it, and bechamel sauce is a white sauce. And I was telling Tom, it's one of the 10, plain 10 top sauces in the world. Bechamel. It's a white sauce with milk and usually flour, some herbs. It's just pretty plain, but it's really delicious. This moussaka is wonderful. If you get a chance, you should try it for sure. Now, also it says, don't forget to sample or try a wide selection of Greece's creamy fresh cheeses. Very fresh, light, not heavy, not like France's cheese. It's much lighter there. If you sample something, again, you just try it a little bit. You don't eat a ton, you just eat a little bit. So that's another piece of advice.
Indeed, and also note here that cheese usually is a non-count noun. How much cheese did you have?
Right.
But here, if you're talking about different kinds of cheese, then you can make it countable. Cheeses here. And at the end of the day, whether you're searching for lazy beach days, a magical history tour, or great food, Greece has always got you covered. To get someone covered means that you've provided everything that they need. So yeah, if you want lazy days at the beach, if you like history with those old structures, or if you like to have great food, you can get all those things. Greece has got you covered. Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. We need to hear from our Chinese teacher one more time.
接着在这里呢也提到了一些非常著名的景点，在第二段的最后一句 Aside from offering a great view, it contains the ruins of vital structures such as the Parthenon and the Temple of Athena Nike. 在这里的It 主词指的就是前面提到的 Acropolis， 也就是雅典卫城。它 aside from 解释成为除了什么什么之外，所以除了它可以提供给你很棒的视野之外呢，在这里也可以看得到像帕德嫩神庙以及呢这个雅典娜胜利女神神庙等重要建筑的遗迹。在英文里面我们用 ruins 这个字复数来代表是废墟或者是遗迹的意思。在最后一段第二个句子Although the dishes may seem a bit plain, the Mediterranean diet features meals prepared with healthy oils that are good for the heart. 这一段正是提到呢希腊的食物，虽然菜肴看起来有点清淡，在这里我们用 plain 这个字解释成为呢朴素、清淡、简朴的意思。像我们说简朴的生活就可以说 plain living。不过呢，这种地中海饮食的特色就是使用对心脏有益的健康油来烹调的。我们来看最后一句。At the end of the day, whether you are searching for lazy beach days, a magical history tour, or great food, Greece has always got you covered. 所以咯，到最后 at the end of the day， 不管你想要去海滩，或者是着迷于历史，或者是美味的食物，希腊永远是一应俱全。在这里用的是 get you covered， 你所要的都包含在里面了。 OK， 以上就是今天的课文讲解，谢谢收听。
Okay, everybody, that brings us to the end of our lesson. It's been such a pleasure talking to you about Greece. I can't wait to go there myself. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.